Why not have a job? Why not have an income for every bill? How do you feel about making multiple six figures? Do you know how to do it? Y'all want to make multiple six figures? So why we need one, right? Let me ask you a question. Spit out bills for me. Just tell me bills. When you tell me, it goes away.
Rent, electricity, water, fire.
All right. And how many jobs do we have? Most people have one, right? Two. Why not have a job? Why not have an income for every bill? Why do we need only one or two, right? So this is what I'm saying. So like I said, I'm chart slayer, you know, in the industry, what I'm known for, right? I've been trading for 4 years and I've made multiple six figures in this business, right? So I'm gonna expound on what Durain just said. How do y'all feel about free money? Everybody say free. Free, right? So what if I could tell you from credit, we can get you multiple six figures to fund your business, right? Is that something you're interested in? All right, so after you go through everything Durain just said, now we can talk about money, right? He told you how to get stuff for free, but now I'm gonna tell you how to get paid, right? How does that sound? So the first thing you wanna do after you send those letters is you wanna start applying credit cards. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, any credit card you think under the sun at 3:30 a.m. Does anybody know why? Nah, yeah, that was a good answer though. 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because that's when they give you the most money, okay? They give you the most money at 3:30. This is the reason why. So we all know we all at our computers, but 3:30 a.m. they're not at their computers. So when you send those, when you apply, nobody's checking it. Think about what I'm saying right now. You know how we apply for cards and they have this specific button that says, how much do you make income-wise? I went from, in a matter of 6 months, to making $500,000 a month. 500,000 a year, excuse me. But I just broke my 100K month last month, okay? So that 500K month, you see how I'm already saying it? I'm saying it because it's already happening. It's already done. So any amount of money that you guys are wanting, you have to say it like it's already done. You see, it wasn't a mistake that I said 500K. It was destined for it to be 500K. You see what I'm saying? So I want everybody to say destined. And I want everybody to just write down right now, how much money do you want to make per month? And then times it by 10, okay? Write it down, write it down. I'll give y'all about 10 seconds to write it down. That's probably too much. Y'all should know in 5 seconds. What is real to you, bro? What is real to you? 6 months ago, I was only making $2,000 a month. What's real to me? You think I was making, you thought 100K a month was real to me? You see what I'm saying? So I want everybody to literally write down how much you want to make and then times it by 10. And then I'm going to show you how to apply for the credit cards in order to get it, okay? All right, so when you apply for credit cards, I want you to apply for 5 credit cards. Starting out, you should have a minimum 680 credit score. So this is your ideal credit report, right? You want to have a 680, no derogatory remarks, meaning no collections, because we all know that's illegal, no repossessions, no inquiries, they all illegal. Y'all just learned that, right? Right? So we know that that's illegal. So you need no derogatories. You need 2 credit cards with minimum $2,500 on the account, minimum as your credit limit, right? That's easy because you have an ideal credit score, right? So you have 680. Mind you, here's a little secret. Everybody heard you need an 800 is the best. Let me tell you a little hack real quick. Anything above 750 actually hurts you, right? The reason why is when you're applying for funding, there's no difference between 750 and 800. When you look too perfect, you see what I'm saying? When you look too perfect, you want to stay between 680 and 750. You get max funding between 680 and 750. You don't need, like he said, you don't need perfect credit. You need to know how to work your credit though, right? So you apply for, let's say, Alliant Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all these, you want to hit up, there's tiers, right? You want to hit up like credit unions. Who's heard of Navy Federal? Okay. For the people in the back that know about Navy Federal, how good is Navy Federal? So picture 20,000. I'm a trader, right? So $20,000 for me. Somebody bring out a calculator real quick. $20,000 and times it by 15%. That's how much I'll make per month passively with 3 buttons, no ease. Like, I mean, it's easy as hell, right? So $3,000, I don't have to look at a chart. I don't have to do anything. So I'm making $3,000 a month times 12 is $36,000. Now, that's with 1 line of credit. What if you had 5 and you put that in your trading account? 180,000 is what it is. Times that by 15%. That's how much I make per month, right? 27,000, right? Times that by 12 a year.
324,000.
How y'all feel about $324,000?
Extra.
Ooh, everybody say only.
Only.
Now our mentor really pushes only. It's only 300K. I want y'all to I want everybody to say it. It's because I need you to get in the mindset of it's already there, right? It's already there. Like I said 500K a month. That wasn't no mistake. I said it before. I already know what's happening, right? So you apply for these credit cards. You get into a skill set that pays you passively, right? That could be sales. That could be event spaces. That could be anything y'all want to do, but it has to be passive, right? And passive income is the best income. Now, who likes real estate? Who wants to buy 300 units one day, right? Who wants to buy apartment complexes? Now, do y'all think that these banks, these apartment complexes, they just have $1 billion, $1 million in their bank account when they were born? They're leveraging what we call OPM, other people's money. We want you guys to no longer use your earned income, right? And your earned income, y'all, and this is the mentality you have to have, should be your play money. All the income that I have, mind you, here's another hack. You can't get taxed on loans. You cannot get taxed on loans. So everything he said, I'm glad I came up after you, my brother, like, because I get to really expound on what you're saying. You can't get taxed on loans. So when you use your loans and buy real estate, you get passive income. But what if I put that passive income to another real estate, I don't get taxed for it? So if you don't get taxed and you get low, like, think about this, right? If I don't pay taxes, which I want you guys to pay taxes, you want to pay taxes because that means you're making money, right? I want you to pay taxes, but the more money, you want to keep your money. So if I'm out here in these streets, okay, making $10,000, $20,000 a month, no taxes paid on it, how y'all feel about that? Just from applying for how many credit cards? 5 credit cards. Mind you, Navy Federal, Bank of America, Alliant Bank, everybody's in Atlanta, Key Bank, any of these banks that you want to apply for, you want to go through credit. You want to go through credit unions, 2 credit unions. But what if I could show you how to, you know how we all apply for things and we have inquiries? So you know how when you go to a specific car dealership, they run it like 17 times. You got like 17 inquiries. What if I could tell you could apply for 5 banks to get 1 inquiry? I don't think y'all really registered what I just said. It's important to send letters out because you want things to be right. But you also don't want to have a full list of things when you send them out. You want to be smart, right? Because you don't want to work hard, right? So you want to apply for all banks. You want to have, everybody heard of tabs on the internet, Safari, Windows. You get you like 5 tabs and apply for all of them at the same time. You'll have 1 inquiry. Why? Because when they all go through, they can't, when you apply for an inquiry, when you apply for a card, let me tell you why. I'm a big why person, okay? As much as information that you get, you want to know why you're doing this. Because how many times, we're millennials here, how many times have our mom said, don't turn the light on in the car? We're like, why, right? It's illegal. It's not illegal, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, is you can have your light on. So the point is I'm a big why person. So the reason why we apply for all 5 of them at the same time is there's only 1 door, okay? All 5 of them can't get through, like, it's not like separate 5 doors here. When I apply for them, they just go through that 1 door. But only 1 inquiry can go through that door, not all 5 of them. You see what I'm saying? So you have 1 inquiry. Now you just put that on your report. You send that letter out, the notice, right? I'm big on consumer law as well, right? But he's the specialist. I know how to get money. So after you use that play money, get you some LV, right? Get you some Gucci, right? You want to go ahead and use those credit cards, put them in something, and like I said, I'm a trader, so this is what I put in first, okay? But it's any form of passive income, right? Use that bread. Mind you, this is the best part. Ooh, this is the best part, y'all. Everybody in here know about that LLC. Everybody in the back know about that LLC, okay? That business credit. After you get, the reason why the ideal credit score is important, the 680, the no derogatories, is because you can do something like business credit, right? Which means you form an LLC. Just like when we were born, what are the 2 things we were born with? You need that for an LLC. EIN number. So when you get personal credit, business credit is, the difference between personal and business is personal is highly on utilization, right? So if you have, let's say 5% utilization or 30% utilization, it affects your credit, right? But with business credit, it doesn't exist. So the reason why it's important is because when I take money out of my personal, it affects my credit score. But when I take it out of my business, it does nothing. So if I have the credit card and it's $50,000 on this credit card and it's in my business account, it will not affect my credit score. So that means what? I can max it out. So that means I can use $50,000 and put it into a business venture, passive income, right? So that means that passive income, $50,000, like I said, as a trader, what's 15% of $50,000? I'm not either. 15% of $50,000. I just make bread. That's it. And I don't want you guys to $7,500, right? So $7,500 per month off of that $50,000. Now what we do is we obviously pay the minimum balance on business credit. Now with personal, you want to pay the whole balance. But with business credit, there's no need because it's not affecting your credit score, right? So we just pay that minimum off, right? And from there, let's say the minimum is like what, $30, $50, $100, and you just made $7,500. Is that going to affect you, right? So that's $7,500. Now I'm going to tell you exactly how to diversify that. That $7,500 shouldn't be the end all be all because we need multiple streams of income because we have multiple what? Bills, right? Right? So now we need to get into that real estate. Now we need to get into that taxes. We don't need taxes right now. We need to make income, right? So we're going to then put that $7,500 and put it into something that is smart, a smart asset, not a liability, because we all been viewed that debt is a liability, but debt is beautiful, right? Debt is beautiful as long as you have the right information. You're getting into these rooms right here, right? So, like I said, I'm gonna take a couple questions, right?
2 questions.
2 questions. All right, ask it to me. What's up?
So does applying for these cards at 330, does that have an impact on what your interest rate will be, or solely depending on the individual and the credit and all that?
It's dependent on the credit. They still run your credit, right? So the interest rate, if you have a 680 credit score or higher, the interest rate will be low, right? So interest rate is, when you know about the credit, is baby food, right? It's like paying the minimum balance. Like, I don't care about interest rate as long as my credit is up to par, right? So yeah, the interest rate, you don't want to pay attention to it. You just want to go ahead and apply for it because you have the ideal credit. If you're making $50,000, does the interest rate really matter? Right.
Just wondered.
No, for sure, 100%.